On another note, the studio where I was at was a great space for me to um, create opportunities because I could hang out with other good trainers and other coaches and other students, and I could get to know a lot more people. So basically, I've put myself in a place where, even though I wasn't getting much out of it money wise, but in the long run, it actually gave me a lot. I have got a lot out of it, and I met people that nowadays I am still friends with. So after that, unfortunately, the owner didn't agree with me teaching classes in that space again, and I have had to rearrange everything once again. So likely my clients did not leave me, and I managed somehow to find another space where I could at least train my clients, but no classes, just a private studio where personal training studio, still in High Street, Kensington. The name of the studio is actually Prevail, and I carried on training my clients in this space, and at the same time, a good friend of mine, Lara Benyon, which is also a very strong female athlete, calisthenics athlete, and I believe she's also a coach. And she advised me to look or in a website, on another page on Instagram, which is the space where I actually train and teach nowadays, which is Lift the Movement in Shoreditch. So I went there and I had a chat with the owner, and they were looking for personal trainers. And to be honest, I have gotten to the point at that time where I did not agree anymore paying shitloads of money for me to rent the space to teach my clients. So I've put it this way. So the name of the owner of Lift is still a very good friend of mine, Angus, and I remember I had a chat with him, and we agreed on me teaching a couple of classes a week at Lift, plus I would also take my own clients. And this is when everything's changed, because unfortunately, but fortunately, after a couple of months of training and teaching at Lift, COVID happened. So when COVID happened, I was a little bit of, I was obviously a little bit, what am I gonna do now? Or, am I gonna be able to do this job again? Or I had my insecurity and I had my questions, I had my doubts, just like any other businesses, obviously. And but luckily, based on the approach that I have when failure is about to come and is peeping behind the door, I have the I'm good enough to actually prevent that, because I can feel it. I don't know where I got this from, but I can actually kind of tell when defeat or fail is about to come. So I actually move on before then it arrives. And what happened is, I have taken all of my students online. Simple. And then apparently it became a thing. So people around the world asking me, can I train with you? I like what you do. Can I train with you? I would like to train with you. People from all over the world, like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Morocco, France, Los Angeles, and I still have clients that I've never met in person. And my business, to be honest, from being afraid of losing everything and scared of not doing so well with business, given thanks to the approach that I had to it, my business went like boom, and I was like, wow, this is insane. But even though I moved everything online, we still could not travel. So I did that for a year or a year and a half, We actually, with Lyft as well, we moved everything online. We managed to create an online platform. We managed to do some tutorials together for on YouTube, for members and all of that. So it was actually a very interesting and fun times that maybe nobody will give us back ever again. Hopefully not. And hopefully it's not going to happen again. And but if you look at it like properly, it was, I believe, a very interesting time where people actually have seen, even though it was a hopeless time, people I think have grown a lot, mentally, spiritually, and also physically. People have started to train from homes. People started to go and have workouts outdoors. People started to get into know themselves a lot more because we had lots of time. Some people felt lost because we never had this alone time ever before. So it was a kind of readjustment and a readaptment time. So when COVID was over, everything slowly went back to normal. Still managed to work online. Still managed to teach a couple of classes at Lyft, and then another opportunity came by, which is of me being able to travel again and go and teach in Costa Rica. So I took that opportunity and I just left without knowing what to expect, but being responsible for my action, obviously, and without making a big fuss in case I lost my clients or blah blah blah. That also ended up being a very interesting experience, and he gave me a lot of time to think and rethink about myself, about what I want to do, about what I want to get better with. And I figured out that there is a lot more in life than just training. And I learned how to not be attached to my training. I have learned to not be so attached to what I do. I have learned to not be labeled by what I do and defined by what I do and all of that stuff. So I've done a lot of self research and some deep introspection work, and that was very useful and helpful. And thanks to that experience, obviously, I have figured out a lot of things. And I have come back to London. I was away for 5.5 months. I have come back to London in April. And then I actually decided and realized how much it is that I love London, because we don't really understand how comfortable we are in Europe, unless you have lived in a jungle already. And nothing. I basically came back knowing that I'm going to have to put a lot of work. I want to work. I want to keep on working on myself. I want to keep on working on improving my spirit. I want to improve my soul. I want to improve my mind. I want to improve my body. I want to improve everything else. I want to improve anything, as many things as possible, and I want to improve the life of others around me and the life of those people that I'm going to encounter as well. I would like to make everybody's lives better. So now I am back. Finally, I am back in London full on. I am back fully working. I am back fully training, and even though I am back, I always try to take time for myself, which is a non-negotiable thing. That's the reason why every morning I wake up at 5 a.m. I do my things until 8 a.m. I do lots of journaling, I do a lot of reading, I do my meditations and all of that. And because if I don't do that very early in the morning, there will be no way on earth for me to do this during the day. And also on top of that, I really like the quietness and peace that morning can offer me when everybody else is sleeping, or most people are sleeping. So now I'm fully back in London. I am still teaching on a one-on-one basis, and also back on teaching classes and workshops again do not forget to book my Press the Handstand workshops, which is in 2 weeks, if you ever get the chance to make it through this whole introduction. And thanks very much for listening to this. I hope you found this very useful for yourself. I hope that I have inspired you a little bit. I hope that you can get some aspiration out of it. And if you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Take care of yourself and goodbye.